Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sprints on the Book Refuge. Hello. Saw quite a few of you are coming from Leandra's channel. That was so nice of her to send y'all my way. Looks like you're just with me tonight so far. We'll see if a fellow host joins me. Otherwise, I'll do my best to be nice and interesting for y'all. But let me know what, well, I see some of you are already doing it. I did put a poll in the chat asking how much everyone has read so far. So definitely check that out if you want to, I guess, right? And we'll check that right before I start the sprint. But yeah, let me know what you're reading and how it's going so far. Hello, everyone here. Let's see. Lots of everyone showing me their animals. Or I mean, not their animals, their team. Sorry. Lots of little jellyfish here. Jellyfish. Hope everyone is having a good day. I'll be reading Darkness Falls. Love it. Our ravens and some monarchs. Yay, show me your monarchs if you're here. I'm so happy. Hoping to finish something in the walls before it gets dark out. Oh my. Yes, no one wants that. I'm too much of a chicken for that stuff for sure. I am 65% into, I assume that's Zodiac Academy number 4. That's what I'm going to go with. If I'm wrong, correct me, Angel. Hoping to get a good chunk done during these sprints. After that, I want to find a good hockey romance. Ooh, love it. Love it. Hi, Linda. Thanks for popping by. Happy to see you. You're reading The Three Body Problem. Cool. Hey, hey. Probably be finishing Jade City. Oh, Andrea, isn't it just so good? You're going to immediately want to continue on. That book just like wrecked me. A love song for Ricky Wilde. Cool. I'm on chapter 6 of Ravenous Dead with by Darcy Coates. Cool. Almost halfway through Warbreaker. Oh, I love Warbreaker. Lost Gene by Claudia J. Severin. And listening to Divergent. Oh, that's cool. Going to be listening to the audio of Blood Prince by Tanya Huff. Okay. Monarchs, love it. Just started Heart of the Sun Warrior. Going to also be working on your reading journal. Love it. Hola, Sammy. Hello. Reading more of Crown of Midnight. You have 34% left. Well, hopefully you can finish it. We got some stags here. Hi. Hi, Jen. Go Monarchs. Reading Ruined Wings. Oh, cool. Not taking part, but you're reading Les Miserables today. Oh, great. Well, you can take part in these sprints. It does not matter if you're Realmathon or not. I will tell you too, my goal is to do 3 45-minute sprints with the goal of us being, this will be about 3 hours. So there'll be 3 45-minute sprints with 10 to 15 minutes in between. That's what my plan is. I already was actually doing some productivity sprints just with me and a friend before this. So I've been sitting at my computer. By the end of that, have been staring at my computer for a total of like 7 hours today. So I got a lot done though, which I'll tell you what I'm doing in a minute once we get through your guys's. But prior to the orange tree. Oh, looky here. We have a friend.
Hi.
Yay!
I was like, oh no, time got away from me.
Oh, that is okay, girl. We're still going through the hellos, so you made it in time. I was just like, I'll be fine on my own, but hopefully somebody can make it.
Gotcha.
It's tough midweek, but it's been so fun to have these like every day. I've gotten so much done, like truly. Like it's been great. Back from therapy. Well, way to go. And now get traumatized by Ship of Bones and Teeth. So there you go. Right from therapy to that one. That one's intense. Oh, yay, Team Monarch. We love it. Amazing but emotional. Yes, about Jade City. Yes. The way that I came to care about those characters. It's very hard for me with third person point of view, actually, like to care that much. Like, it doesn't mean I don't like the book or care, but I usually am only that connected with like first person point of views, but I cared about those people so much. Sorry. 30% into Blood and Steel. Cool. Lightfall. Loch Lamora. That's great. Okay, let me scroll down here a bit. You guys are so great. So many people show up for these. You made me so happy. Didn't know it was a focus sprint. No, Linda, it's not. I'm just doing it for Realmathon, but you're literally all welcome. Tell us what you're reading or what you're working on.
Yes.
I'm just doing my part to host one for it, but we're going to be sprinting. It doesn't matter. You're not taking away from anyone else to join us. First time on your sprints, I missed them when I did the romance readathon. Oh, yeah. No worries, Sammy. I used to do these a lot more often just on my own, too, but now it just like a lot of times at night, I'm like, I don't want to be on the computer.
Yeah. It's like, it's a lot to just be present.
I know. And just like,
they're so fun, though.
Yes. Yeah. I love just hanging out with everybody and having people all over the world come and hang out. Very excited to be traumatized by Ship. Yes, very much. I bet that one hit some really good prompts too. That one's great. So what are you reading today? What are you reading?
I think I'm gonna read How Does It Feel? And I'm very scared about it. The Janine O'Reilly.
Okay. Is that a Fae one?
It is, but I've heard not very good things about it. But I've heard the twist at the end is wild, and so I'm like, okay, what is the twist at the end? Tell me more.
Okay, because I aren't those ones like a reprinted? Like, weren't they older? Okay,
yeah, I was just picked up by Bloom.
Okay, because I remember hearing about those years ago, and then them showing up. Sometimes that happens with them.
Yeah.
But Courtney, my plan is to do 3 45-minute sprints, and we'll have a break of 10 to 15 minutes. So that's my goal is for like 3 hours with this one, and I'll be about tapped out. But I'm excited to get stuff done. So that is about how long they will be. So if you got stuff going on, or if you mean, each one, I'm going to do like 45-minute ones. That's about my sweet spot of silence that I can handle. Okay, so I didn't tell anyone what I was reading yet either. Let me see. And don't forget, everyone, I did put oops, that's myself. Hold on. Don't do that, Jennifer. I put a poll in the I know. I was like clicked over to myself and I didn't realize I wasn't muted. I put a poll in the chat, so go click on that if you guys think of it, and we'll answer that in a minute. I started today Firebird, which
that's exciting.
I know. I've been edging myself. That's what I call it when I put it off. Because some books I don't like to read them too close or too far from their release day, because then I can't talk about them with anyone. And I've just, but Juliet is a dear friend. So she sent me an arc of this a couple months ago, and I've just been hoarding it. But I got approved for an ALC of the book. So then I was like, you know what? That's it. I'm starting right now. I had just finished an audiobook last night. I was going to start actually Devney Perry's new release, because I pre-ordered that audio, and I was like, nope, this is it. This is my sign. Which one?
The Devney Perry. It's already out
today. Yeah. Not the fantasy though. I don't know if you mean.
Oh, okay. I think that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. No. She has quite a few different series. This is her football series that I love.
Together. She's a machine.
I know. The thing that's crazy though, she was like, that fantasy was written like a long time ago, because I believe that one's coming from Trad Pub. Her fantasy is. That's how that goes. Like, Juliet wrote this 2 years ago. You know, like that's how that goes with them. She's finishing, like, I was just messaging her because she was like, oh, you're finally reading it. And she's finishing Bloodsinger, which isn't coming for 1.5 years. She was like, I'm almost done with it. And I'm like, that's crazy that you have to write so far.
I know.
But yeah, I got approved for the ALC, which I don't know if any of you watching, if you go through NetGalley, but NetGalley does have audiobooks, and this one's available. And what's also so fun about like having a author friend who is indie and now Trad Pub is just like the things they tell you. Like, she hasn't even got to listen to her own audiobook, and it's like available.
Oh my gosh, that's wild.
Right? Because I was like, look, Juliet, I'm listening. And she's like, they didn't even send one to me.
That's just rude though, that they don't get like any say. Like, here's 3 narrators, pick one. something.
They did let her pick, like, they let her pick her people, but she didn't get to listen to the, so that's cool, like,
That is cool.
it's cool learning the process of how that works. So she's like, "I gotta pick between their narrators and everything," but when the sign-up went up, she's like, "They haven't even sent me anything of it." I was like, "I guess that's Trap Pub, like, you pick and they do all of it, like, you don't have to worry about it."
Which is
But
great, but also
yeah.
stressful.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's what I mean, is, like, I feel like it's also difficult when, you're used to controlling everything.
Mhm.
Like, you want them to take over some things, but it's also like, I was in control of everything, and
Yeah.
now someone else does all of it, which is
Yep.
crazy. But, yeah, this is a, ancient Roman fantasy with dragons and witches, and, it's so good so far.
I'm excited. It's very Luke's pick, so, like, I wanna get
Yes.
it, but I've
I
had Dark
know.
forever, so I just need to pick it up.
Seeing all the special editions coming of this, like, gosh,
Just
it
the regular edition is stunning.
I know. I've pre-ordered 2 different ones, and I'm, like, pausing at that point, but there's one that's gonna be in the UK that I think is supposed to have, like, some blue flame mixed in
Mm.
even. So I'm, like, waiting to not pre-order anymore because I might want, but
Yeah.
gosh, they're gonna be amazing, and it's so fun because now that I'm, like, reading it, I'm like, "Oh, there's so much potential," because, like, this is not a spoiler, and when I promise, I won't say a single thing about the story, but there's a lot of different types of dragons, like,
Mhm.
colors and everything, and that's, like, on the first page, right, where it lists all the colors of everything, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh my gosh, there's so much promise of, like, all the different, like, dragon colors and everything," and, the characters are so good, so that's what I'll be listening to, and this has grown exponentially.
Wow, you've made some serious progress.
I know. It turns out good. I was telling my other friend, that is what is so satisfying about a double crochet stitch. I can't speak, but anyone who crochets, you'll know it's a pretty, like, big stitch. And
Mhm.
so I'm not saying it's not work, but it's also when you do this stitch, it grows super fast. So you feel
Mhm.
just like I'm so
I'm
productive.
doing
Literally.
something. Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
like this is only 40 rows, whereas like a blanket with a smaller one would be like 100 or
Yeah.
something. But
That's
so
the thing
that's
with, like, the genre blankets is they're so fun to do over the course of the year, but you're also
yeah.
like, "This is taking forever because it's such a small, like, stitch."
Oh, yeah. Well, and it depends too on, like, how much you read of it.
Mhm.
Like, some friends, they would add on to it once a week, and if they read, like, so many books, then okay, let's look at a couple more, and then we'll get going because 'cause I'm already pushing it of, like, I wanna talk the whole time. You have the E-Arc of Firebird. Yes, I know, so great. Requested on NetGalley. Good, I hope you get it. It sounds great. I don't think I've heard of either of the voice actors before, and they're so good.
Oh,
Subscriber from Mel's channel. Oh, yay. Welcome. Going to start Prince of Disguise. Cool, cool, cool. How do you sign up? I don't have a link in mine,
I tried
but
to
I do.
send it, but I'm not a mod. I can send it in the private chat, and then if you wanna copy it over.
Yeah, because I do have
Mad at
I
me.
do have all of the people linked in mine. So I mean, if you go to Cass's, you get it. But if you send me that, I will
It's in the
repost.
private chat.
Okay. Let me snag that. I should have thought of that. That was my bad. Oopsie.
So I didn't do it in mine. I'm like, "Whoops, I started the sprint and didn't even think to link anybody." So there we go.
I know. But yeah, it's definitely not too late because any of the books you read in this month, you can still count. Let's see if it'll put me through.
Yep,
I think
I see it.
that put me through. Okay. But that's where you can go to her video and still sign up and get into the Discord and everything if you want to. I'm reading a middle grade called Eggs. Okay. And listening to Queen of Shadows. Cool. Without the space. Okay. How thick of yarn you recommend? Yes. So it's a baby blanket thickness. So I'm using a weight of 6 and I have an L or an N. I have an L. So it's big. Like I said, I I wanted to make these for my friends, but I was like, what is the least amount of work I can do so I don't get burned out? And that is what we have. So that's why these are only 52 row size ones. So my hope is to finish this during our sprints tonight. And if I do, then I need to work on my expense report for the month. So
Yeah.
if I know, I was like, I'm gonna let myself do the fun thing first. But if I finish that, I gotta work on the I gotta work on the expense report.
You
Then,
should
so.
work on the expense report and then reward yourself with crocheting, but it sounds way more fun to do it your way.
I know I should, but either way, I set aside time to do it tomorrow. So technically I'd be getting it done early so that I don't have to. So
Yeah,
yeah.
still good.
Right. And I was like, you know what? I get to hang out with my friends and read tonight. We'll worry about it another day.
Yes.
But okay, let's go ahead and we'll share this up.
Does it do that for you guys or is it just me?
What happened?
Every time I hit my mute button, it refreshes me and I go black for a second and then it doesn't actually mute me. So if I'm ever not muted, feel free to mute me because I thought I did.
Okay, I will keep an eye on it. But no, I don't think that's happened to me, but I will keep an eye on it. But yeah, we'll get started here and we'll see you guys back in 45 minutes. Just a warning before I mute myself, I have bird sounds is what mine is. So if you have pets in the room, I apologize if I scare them to death. But I do bird sounds. So anyway.
Wilder could not be bothered about the birds.
Well, that's good. Sometimes there's people's animals like freak out when they
It makes
hear
him a
animals.
useless kitty.
Yeah. So the poll answers we had here were I put up how many books people have read so far. And I asked people if they'd read 1 to 5, 5 to 10, or more than 10. And 64% of everybody said they read 1 to 5 books so far, which makes sense. 23% have read 5 to 10, and 12% have read 10 plus.
People are crushing it.
Yeah. I am over 10, but that's because there was a lot of small books in there. So I'm totally get it, especially because a lot of people here are probably reading the chunkier books than me.
Yeah.
But they also probably get more points for theirs than I did.
Hey, points are points, man.
Yeah, a couple of mine are not as much. Okay, let's see here. Was sprinting with Leandra. Wonderful, but went for a nice run and took your book. Sat in the sun to read for a while. It's so nice here today. Now you're home and going to eat some dinner. Great. Enjoy.
I don't like it. Like, when did it go from being cold to now I'm sweating walking outside?
I know. Well, I'm not getting used to it here because we had it up to the 50s on Sunday. And then last night it was below 0 again. Now it's supposed to be 50s. And by Friday, we're supposed to have a huge storm coming through that's supposed to hit Minnesota, North Dakota, and Wisconsin and everything. So I'm not like I'm never used to it being warm until we are consistently staying above it. So.
It was 75 here today, and I'm just like,
oh my gosh, that's so much. I just finished Jade City, and now I need a week just to sit and process. Oh my gosh, I know. I paced myself with those. Well, because I buddy read the first one with my friend, and so we paced ourselves with it. And then she didn't want to continue because she did think there was going to be more. I don't know why she thought this because I knew this going in, but she thought there was going to be more romance to it than it was because one of our friends who recommended it, she likes romance, but I knew there was I knew there wasn't. I mean, technically there are, and there's some good ones, but that's not, and I'm like, if it's not a romance, I'm not going to connect. I'm not going to connect to that romance because who knows if it'll stay, who knows if they'll survive. So I'm not going to do that. But anyway, so I paced myself, and then she didn't want to continue body reading, but I still read one every month, which was enough. I'm glad I didn't binge those that quick because I also enjoyed savoring them, but also it would have been too much for me if I read them all at once because they're just so good, but they do hurt.
They're heavy.
They do hurt a little bit. Let's see. Read 27 pages. Nice. Read 87. Nice. 9% of Crown of Midnight left. Oh, see, you're so close. You'll definitely get it in this one. Definitely get it. 100 pages left in Elantris. Oh, that's a good one. You can make it. You got 20% in, and it's going good so far. Now getting food. Great. Go gobble it up. I forgot what you said. It was birds. Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
I know. Yeah, I try to warn people because it's different, but
it's the best.
Yeah. Hi, honey. Hello. Ate a quesadilla and colored. Sweet. FaceTimed. Aw. Cuddled with your guinea pig. Oh, I'm jealous.
How cute.
I know. Got to 9 out of 33 and got some sad news. Oh, no.
You're okay.
I'm on your 5th book. Oh, cool. Way to go. Finished part 1 of Priory Lawrence Tree. That's probably a lot. I haven't read that book, but I bet it's a big part. I know it's a big book. Oh, well, not sad news. Did I read it wrong? I don't know. Did I misread what you said?
You had sad news.
Yeah. Or you got not sad. I don't know. Anyway, it's too much when there's too many comments going. 15% of all the water in the world. Okay. Just finishing up work for the day, and then we taking the dog for snowshoe. Oh, nice. You still got snow where you are. Love it. 12% into Heart of the Sun Warrior. Nice. I didn't end up making it too far because I had a friend that I was talking to for a little bit, but I'm going to run out of my main color in the next one. I thought I was going to make it with 2 rolls, but I'm going to need to find one more. I'm going to need one more to finish it off because I still have to do 3 more rows of this color here, then white, and then 6 rows of it to end
so
it.
you're not even playing Yarn Chicken. You're just going to run out.
And it's kind of a bummer because I was looking up and I was like, ooh, could I have this like shipped? And like it's so expensive. Even like the place that I bought it, it's like more expensive online than it is at the place. So I'm like, great, I didn't want to go back to Walmart before I go on my vacation, but I'll have to because I'll need just a little bit to finish this.
Walmart pickup?
Well, yeah, but then it makes it as expensive as if I shipped it. Because they're like,
really?
Yeah, because when I looked on the app, it has it listed as more money. I know how much I paid. These were $9.99 a roll. And on the app, it said there was $13. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, I know how much that costs. Like I just bought this the other day. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe it technically is like a different size. I could check, like maybe they have a bigger size. Because this one is a 200-yard one.
Still, it sounds like you don't need a bigger size. So
no, I don't. But I was like, is that why they're charging more? So I don't know. I'll just have to go back in. It's fine. I live next door. I just don't want to like go into it. Valid. Currently 73, and you're like, hallelujah. Oh yeah. I know. See, that's the thing though that I don't like about this. Like you say, do I need to run the AC? Because yesterday with the sun hit, because where I'm at, I have basically one window in my apartment, right? That's my deck door. And when the sun hits me, it cooks my apartment. And then when it's gone, like whatever, but it gets so hot during the day with that I almost need the air conditioning. I'm like, not yet. We're going to hold off. I'll just have to bring my fan out here and use that because I'm not ready.
You're at one of those, like, it's going to be 75 during the day, so you do need the AC, but then at night it's dropping to like 34, so then you have to have the heat, and I'm just like, I'm going to forget, and then I'm either going to freeze or cook, one of the two.
Yeah. Oh, I skipped.
Yeah, he's here to make you feel better, Nat.
Here we go. I got this. Jade City was my 6th book, and I'm impressed with it. Yeah, and that one's worth a lot of points too, because literally Jade City is the one I was thinking of when I was like, it hits all 3 of like our Monarch team anyway.
It hits most teams' prompts.
It does. Because it's made up world, it's urban, it's politics. Straight up, there's a 30-point flat. Plus it's like 700 pages. Plus it's like, I mean, she loved it, so I'm sure it's 5-star. Like that one's gonna hit a lot of points, which when I did my recommendation video, I was like, people, if you read Jade City, it's 62% into the Light Lark. Nice. Okay, the timer's just about to go off and we'll start the next one. We'll keep going here. I'm okay, it affects some people, but it's still sad. Oh yeah. Got another 5% through. No reading was had. That was all about dinner. That works, man.
Dinner script.
Oh yeah, delivery charges more. So when you see the tax and less than 0 fee. Yeah, right. I know. Because I mean, I literally know how much I paid because I just bought these rolls a week ago. And I remember them being $9.99 each. Because I had to buy another cream one and I had to buy these. And it's like, these are expensive blanket. I could buy a blanket for cheaper than making it, but it's special, you know? So especially when like there's other yarn that my grandma always used for baby blankets. That's like way cheaper, but it takes so long to make a blanket out of that. Like,
it does. Yeah.
The point was big and chunky. So
quick and dirty.
Andrea's for the Ravens. Oh, well, I didn't want to hear that. Well, you missed out on some of our points then, because the Monarch one was good. But okay, let's go ahead. We'll do another one here. Keep them moving. I think this is just about to. Does it just kick back over? I don't know. I never fully. It does. Okay. That was the end of the. Okay. We can fit here. Hello. Hello. Sorry about that. I was on a phone call and then leaving you sitting there.
No, you're fine. I just more was like, let's make sure I'm muted in case when she has me join, suddenly you guys are hearing my audiobook.
Oh, I mean, definitely has happened before. But
depends on what you're reading.
yes, this is
You really
true.
want to hear your audiobook.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, well, that one was good. In both sprints, we'll say I've gotten through like 50 pages of this one, which maybe some people want to see, but I'm listening to Firebird, Juliet Cross, loving it. Oh, so good. I'm gonna be sad when it's done, but I believe the way it is, like, this is supposed to be a trilogy, but it's a different couple each one. So at least I should get an HEA for this couple because I think it's 3 witch sisters. So I think the next one is a different sister. So that's exciting, at least that I won't have a relationship cliffhanger to worry about. Juliet doesn't like to do that to people. But what were you reading, Leandra?
So I ended up picking up the audiobook The No Show by Beth O'Leary. I've never read anything by this author before. I'm reading it for a vlog, but I think the Flat Share is probably more well known.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. I haven't read anything by her either, but how's yours going, Mel?
I caved and found the audiobook on Spotify, and I'm liking it better with that. I'm like, hold on, how far does it say I am now? 39% of the way through. So, getting it.
Sometimes you just need someone to read it to you.
Sometimes I find that if a like writing style is, shall we say, not great, that the audiobook kind of disguises that a little bit. So,
For sure. Yep. Let's see here. Hello, I'm starting a drop of corruption, but also might go back to listening to Deep End. All right. Made it to 60%. Didn't get much read as I was getting ready for bed. I mean, fair enough. Continuing to read Oathbringer. Oh, that one will be worth a lot of points. That's a good one. Going to start Green Teeth.
I was reading that earlier today. That's the book I started today off with.
Nice. Did you get through a lot during your sprints?
I'm buddy reading it with a friend, so we're reading a certain number of chapters a day. So I only got like 4 chapters in, but it's really good. It's like compared to T. Kingfisher, and the friend I'm reading it with says that feels very accurate. Like it's one of her favorite authors. So I'm like, okay, good to know. I should probably like T. Kingfisher then.
Yes. Yeah, I need to read more of hers. I've only read 2 little novellas, and they were both very good. But I love that her Sword Heart got a re-release and how pretty that book was. And
the cover's gorgeous.
I've heard that one's nice because that one is a romance, though it's not an open door romance. It's a romance and very beautiful one, I've heard. And I'm like, I could be up for that. I absolutely be up for that.
It's very cozy.
Yep. Okay, joined 20 minutes ago. Oh, perfect. You started a new book, The Rune of All Witches, about the Salem witch trials. That is a fascinating time. All right. 59% into A Ship of Bones and Teeth is what you're reading, right?
You got it. I was thinking,
Yep, I remembered the name. I was like, it's Ship of Bones and Teeth because she was talking about it, or they were talking about it earlier today. Yeah. That's a good one. 27 pages in Kingdom of Ash. Nice. Closer to 50%. Love it. Mel, you're being so brave with that super close up.
I hide behind Ollie.
Yep. Another 10% of Heart of the Sun Warrior. Nice. Nice. Okay. Lots of stuff getting done. Dinner time. Not Oathbringer, Oathbound. Oh, right. Apologies. I need to read comments on this side, not on the thing, because they're very tiny on there. So
yeah, I do that too.
It's hard for me to do it 86% determined to finish. Well, we got one more sprint to go, so we'll see if you can do it. Drop of Corruption. Okay, people talking to each other. Duskbound.
I need to read Riftborn.
Alchemy of Moonlight. Thanks for clarifying. I thought you were going to say it was DNF.
Oh, no. Can you imagine? Oh, yeah, I DNF'd that as soon as I closed sprints. No, honestly, I'm really liking it. Green Teeth, I think, yeah, for the cozy fantasy readers, it also does have a witch in it. And there are discussions of like trying to, sink witches in lakes, those types of things. So speaking of Salem and everything.
Yep.
So I think people will really like it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Midnight there. Yes. Didn't do any reading, but I took a shower. Nice. I've got distracted by this, but I watched a lot of documentaries and stuff on the witch trials, and it's fascinating to me. Like there was a lot of men who were actually killed as witches too, or like accused of it, which I think is interesting because we usually think it's only women, but it was a fair thing to blame whoever you didn't like. It was, or at least the ones that are called the Salem witch trials, it was equal. In other parts of the world, it was more like focused on household magic is what got people done, but very interesting stuff out there. 80% into Zodiac Academy 4. Nice. Big fan of cozy fantasy. Yes, absolutely. It's way close up. Reminds me. I know. Well, I like to be able to see people's face better. So that's why I picked this. And also, I don't need to see my whole like ugly couch where I have stuff piled all over. So I'm like, we'll just keep my face and we're all friends.
We also have all the hair colors of the Powerpuff Girls, actually. So
that's
perfect.
Perfect.
I love it. Yeah, because I'm just like, I've literally been doing sprints since noon today because I did some with a friend. So like my couch is just a war zone of all the things I've had. So that's why I was like, we'll just do 3 sprints because, well, not just, 3 hours of sprinting is
solid, yeah.
But I'm like, then I need to clean up here a little bit, I think. So it's midnight, so may fall asleep in the next sprint. No worries about it. Yeah, we're just going to do one more and then chat a couple minutes and we'll be done. My Darling Dreadful Thing. Oh, ever heard of that one?
For me to
Go
read that
Team
one.
Monarchs. Yay. Yay for us. So happy. This is about Hugh and Mary Parr. Yes. They were both cute. Yes. Yep. Super intriguing. Like, I don't know. It's fascinating. All the little politics games. And I'm like, there are just different kinds of witch hunts these days. In every time period, there's way to go after people. And that's not even a political statement at all. I just mean when people want to cause trouble, it happens in celebrity circles. It happens in like family circles. Like when people can find a way to point attention at someone else, and they do. And it just had it had life and death consequences at one point. But I like the badass guy that was pressed to death, and he just said add more weight on top as he refused to admit, and they pressed him to death.
Dang.
Dude that said add another stone on top, and I'm like, cool, dude.
What a way to go.
Oh, I know that one's wild. Like, ugh. Anyway, I used to read more, but there's this, I can't even remember it. I'll have to look it up. There was this one book in my school library when I was young that was about, I think that now looking back, they probably mixed stuff together for this historical fiction story because they had both like the Black Plague going around and there was also like witch stuff happening. And I read that book over and over again as like a 13-year-old. And I'm just like, wow, this is kind of really dark when I look back. But that happened all the time. Read so many dark things as a...
What I remember whenever we talk about the Salem witch trial is I don't know if you guys watched Charmed, but I grew up watching Charmed. And there's that one episode where they go back on Halloween and with Cole and that's all. I always think about that one episode.
I was about to say witch. Yep. Exactly, Andrea. Court, absolutely same. Yeah, it's a thing. But all right, that's our call here, and I just did the last comment, so that was perfect timing. Let us do one more sprinty here, and we'll be back to finish it up. Well, there we are. Things were just getting really interesting. The birds. Like, no! That's okay. That's the best. This book has been so good. I'm probably going to finish it like all in one sitting today.
Oh, good. And is it the first in a series you were saying? Or like a series of standalones?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it definitely will fit as a trilogy, I'm sure, but it's super cool. It's set in like ancient Rome, and dragons are actually the ones in power. And so like the Caesar is a dragon, and our heroine is a witch who is a part of like a Celtic group that's trying to fight back. And she gets taken prisoner by one of the generals, who is a dragon, and her fated mate. So very interesting. But yeah. So super cool.
I do like when we get historical figures, or like literary figures, historical figures reimagined. Never had them reimagined in that way, though. That's really fun.
Yeah, it's really cool. And it's funny because, so I love historical romance, and I just last week read a Roman historical set romance.
Mm-hmm.
And the only Roman romances previously that I read, that is hard to say, had been like Christian ones. Like I've read like inspirational ones, or else they have been fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this new author who she just started writing Roman historical romance that are like open door, not inspirational romance. And then also I knew this one was coming because Juliet loves ancient Roman times. So this one's being billed, of course, as like House of the Dragon meets Blood and Ash, which of course everyone compares those two, but definitely the House of the Dragon type thing. So this is by Juliet Cross Maya. This comes out April 8th, I think. I think it's April 8th. Yeah, I've been dreaming of this book for so long, so I forget when it's even coming, but it's April. And you'll see this everywhere. There are like 5-6 special editions coming, and it's just very exciting. Juliet's a friend, and she's also been a working author for like 15 years, and finally getting her shot, right?
Awesome.
We love to see it. Okay, let's see here. Got 283 pages. Cool. 64% of Demons of Good and Evil. Nice. Got to page 76 of Prince in Disguise. It's awesome. Want to read Firebird so bad. Yes, you do. It's really good. It reads so easy too. I mean, fantasy stuff is always like tough for me, even though I love it. But I do struggle getting into fantasy stories because it's hard for me to picture things. Mm-hmm. And what's great is like, this is a first person POV, and like the romance is the most important part. So it's weaved through very nicely. So it's great. But I am biased. Let me put it out for everyone. I'm biased. Juliet's my friend. I'm going to love whatever she does. So just be aware. I'll put that out there. Like, I'm not hiding the queen in the game. Like, she's one of my favorite authors and my friend. So, but I also think it's good, but take it with the bias of, I wouldn't trash my friend's book, even if I didn't like it. So I'm honest about the bias up front. We'll just take it. Made it 74%. Great. Because I started this at like 12:30 today, and I got like 100 pages left. And the audiobook, I think I just have like, I guess it's exactly 100 pages left of this. So I'll probably get through it in like 2 more hours. We'll see if I want to keep listening, because as I said, it's been a lot of reading today. So
yeah, and you could always like save it for tomorrow, get it done, boom. Yeah,
exactly. I'll get done soon. But how did your reading go?
Oh, I ended up I think I read another like 4 or 5 chapters, because I'm listening, and it's tough because it's multiple POV, and they're not numbered. You just know you're changing perspective. So I think I probably listened to like another 10-ish%. So making progress. Yeah.
Nice. I love it. I think the fact that you've read that much all in one go speaks for your talent of your author friend. Yes, this is true. It's true.
Mhm.
I love a good audiobook, though. I'm so easily distracted these days, even though I still do read a lot. I get a lot of that reading done late at night. And so I stay up too late reading, which is just what I used to do in high school, right? I'm back at that now. Because it's funny, even being a full-time creator, like I don't read as much as I thought I would when I had a full-time job, because when I had time off, I was reading, and now my projects just bleed through the day. So it definitely does speak to it. It is very engaging. But again, these reading sprints have seriously been helpful, because seriously, this whole readathon, this is like the 5th or 6th one I've done, and I've gotten so much more reading and like focusing done than normal, which is great.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's why I joined you tonight, because I was like, okay, I sprinted earlier today. We were productive, but especially after hosting, I knew that as soon as I did not have an audience, I would not be productive. And so I was like, I'm going to join. This is going to make me accountable. And so, yeah, sprints really help.
Yeah, it does. I need to do some things around my house now. And that'll probably keep listening. That's a good excuse. I'm like, if I do my laundry, I can keep listening to it. So maybe I'll do that. But well, we're right at 8 o'clock, everyone. We'll go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you so much, everyone, for showing up. I think, do we know when is the next sprint this week? Let me pull up, like, to tell people where we're going. I have it. Oh, great.
I know Katie was thinking about sprinting tomorrow, because I don't think anyone else was officially on, but you can correct me when you look.
Let me see. Yeah, I do not. My poor computer is a bit overworked today. Come on.
Let me
So
see
it's
here.
taking its time.
Oh, no, just kidding. Lexi. So Lexi is sprinting tomorrow. It says 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern.
There it is. Perfect. Well, that's perfect. I have to film a video tomorrow, but I bet I can have it done by then, and I could maybe edit it during that.
Woohoo! Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, tomorrow on Lexi's channel, that will be great. But all right. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a wonderful, I mean, it was only Tuesday, right? Have a good Tuesday.